Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a very exciting video. Today I have a guest star, Deborah. Deborah is my mannequin. And since we have a mannequin, what does that mean? That means that we are probably going to be using a mannequin. What would we be using a mannequin for? Oh, excuse me, I'm out of breath. Oh. I am going to be altering a thrifted dress today. I got this dress, I don't know, a month ago or so. It's super adorable. It's completely sheer lace. So my idea is to wear it obviously over like other dresses. In general, this I believe would fit me. However, because I have pregnancy tatas, this dress is quite tight around the tata area. And I want to wear it whilst I'm pregnant. Because it's high-waisted. It would be perfect, over something. I don't know what yet, but something. So I am going to alter this so that I can wear it now and also later. How am I going to do that? Well, my idea is to, this would be easier to explain if we were using Deborah. All right, here is our beautiful vintage solid lace dress on Deborah. Now, what I was trying to say is that I can get it on, but just. So I want to alter this so that I can wear it. So aren't these buttons adorable? It's got these really pretty buttons. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those buttons off. I'm going to cut this completely open. I'm going to put boning in here, and I'm going to make it have a corset front. So that way I can lace it on, and I can leave a gap if I need to. And then sometime in the future, once I have had baby and my boobs maybe get smaller, I don't know, it should still fit me. So that's what we're going to do today. And the idea is also to possibly dye it so that it's not white. I don't know. But isn't this lace just absolutely beautiful? This is a really pretty vintage dress. And I really love it and I really want to wear it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take off these buttons and cut it down the center. That's kind of the first plan that we're going to do. All right. So we're going to take these beautiful pearl. Of course, they're not real pearl buttons, but they're still really pretty buttons. And I will use those on something, just not this. But we are going to cut all of these pearl buttons off. Farewell, little pearl buttons. All right, now that the buttons are off, see, this should actually work really well. You know what? I think now that I've taken the buttons off, I can also unroll this and give it just a little bit more, well, maybe not. Let me figure this out. All right, so it was folded over like this and had the buttons sewn on it. So I took out the stitching that was along there and opened it up. So I actually just added like 1/2 inch to the fabric. So now there's a little bit more to the front. So that's really exciting. And then I'll put the boning inside this casing here. And yeah, that should work. I can't open it up on this side though, because it already has the buttonholes. So unfortunately, nothing I can do over there. But that'll add a little bit to the front of the dress. So the lacing won't be quite so far apart, hopefully. All right, so now that I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is cut down the front of the skirt. Now, I'm not being if I was being very exact, I would lay this out, I would mark it and all that stuff, but this is pretty floofy lace fabric, so I'm not too worried about it. And luckily it has these flowers that actually mark a pretty good line for me to follow, so I'm just gonna wing it. All right, got the skirt cut open. Now I am going to go ahead and seam. No. Let me see if I can take out some of this gather so that I can line it up here. See how this is now way longer than my skirt fabric. So let me see if I can take out some of this gather and get these a little bit closer together. Where are my little scissors? There we are. All right, I took out enough of the gathering here in the front so that now this extra fabric here will now reach like so. So if you can see that, I hope you can. So now I am going to sew this here back together, and then we are going to, well, actually, let me think. Yes, I'm going to sew this back together, and then I will maybe work on the boning part. I'm not sure, but we'll get this sewed together anyway. I actually decided to hem the front first before sewing the top together. That is definitely the right choice. So, and I'm using my handy dandy little handheld Singer sewing machine. All right, I got both sides of the split skirt hemmed. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to reattach the skirt to the top, and then we should be ready to put our boning in, I think. Now, I hadn't actually, because this one has got the holes, I'm not sure if there's enough space between here and here, between the holes and the edge to put the boning in there. But you know what? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. I might have to, I don't know. But one step at a time. We're going to sew the skirt back to the top. That's what we're going to do. Well, it has been a hot minute since I started this video. I don't even know how long ago I started this video, but today we're going to finish it. So, we are working on our dress. And when I last left, I was ready to sew the skirt back to the bodice. So I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to sew the skirt back to the bodice, and then we will move on to putting some boning in. Well, actually, yeah, we'll move on to putting some boning in. So that's what we're going to do. So, funny thing I realized while I was looking at this is that someone actually took this in already. Probably the amount that I needed to take out. So, that's kind of funny there. It's taken in on both sides, just like that. So, I thought that was kind of funny. So, I contemplated putting holes on this side and making this a lace-up. But I think that I can actually put these buttons back on, which is really annoying that I took them off, and go ahead and button it after I have the boning in there. And I think that that will also work, and we can utilize these really pretty buttons that we already have. And so the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to sew all these buttons back on. So I got the buttons on, kitty, and I decided to go ahead and take out the side gussets that someone had put in there. So that is what I'm gonna do next.
we got the extra gusset taken out. So, and I tried it on and it actually fits now. So, but I'm still going to put some boning in there, which what I'm using for boning is these heavy duty zip ties that you can get at like Harbor Freight. You can get these at Harbor Freight and they work pretty well for cheap, cheap boning. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take it, I'm going to cut off this pointy end like so. Boop. And I'm going to cut the sharp corners off like so. Boop. 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 Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to slide this in front of the buttons, I think. There we go. There we go. All right. Got that in there. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit and cut it off. Like so. Do the same thing, do little corners. Like so. We'll pull this up. All right, now I got that boning in there. I'm gonna run, I might have to hand stitch it actually. If I'd done this before I put the buttons on, I could sew it sewing machine. But I'm gonna hand stitch across that so that this piece of boning can't come out. All right, got that done. Now we just button these. Oh no, can I not do this one-handed? Oh no! All right, hang on. There we go. Now it's buttoned, and because I put the two pieces of boning in there, it should stay nice and flat instead of getting all wrinkly. So now what we need to do is dye it. Some of you might disagree. I am going to try and dye this black. We'll see how it goes. I'm not very good at dyeing, but I think that this will actually work. I think that this will actually work because I just feel like white will just get really dirty. And since we're upcycling this dress, I think that it would be really interesting to try and make it black instead of white. So let's do that. Alrighty, I have prepared the dye kind of like the recipe on the box. So I put soap and vinegar in here because I don't actually know what fabric that is, and I put the whole bottle of dye in here, so it's the Ritz black. Let's go get our dress and see what happens. Alrighty, we're supposed to stir this for like 30 to 60 minutes. I'm gonna stir it occasionally, I guess. I don't think I'm supposed to like continuously stir this. I don't know, but we're gonna let this do its thing for about 30 minutes. And hopefully this dyes it black. We'll see. Okay, it's time to take it out and rinse it. Let's see what she looks like so far. Oh, those flowers look so pretty. Oh my goodness. I really hope that that is what it's going to look like. That's so pretty. All right, let me rinse it out. Oh my goodness, completely unexpectedly, it dyed the pearls purple. I am so excited to see how this looks. I have also completely messed up my bathtub. But, so, I'm going to go hang this out, let it dry. It shouldn't take long. I'm very excited for how this is going to turn out. Oh my god. Okay, so, I'm going to go hang this up to dry, and then I'm going to commence washing my bathtub. Oh my gosh. Okay, just a little reminder of what it looked like before.
Solid lace dress on Deborah.
And after. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, just look at how that lace took the black. Oh, and the buttons turning purple, just, oh my God. Oh, she's gorgeous. This is definitely my most successful dye job. This could be addictive. Oh my gosh, isn't she stunning? Stunning. Oh my goodness. She's so beautiful. And the bottom, oh my God. Ugh. This is stunning. I'm very happy with how this turned out. What am I going to wear it with? I don't know. Let's see if we can come up with something, huh? Oh my goodness, is this not adorable? Oh my gosh. This came out so much better than I thought that it would. It is so pretty. Oh, this would work really good for like a maternity shoot. This is so cute. It's like just better than I thought. This is, oh, it's gorgeous. Is it not just the most beautiful thing? Ah, I was against dyeing it black, but I wanted to dye it, so I'm really happy with how this came out. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and watching me alter this antique or vintage lace dress, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a blessed day. Bye.